club, it's on. I'm with my eyes to chicks, if she smash, she gone. Hit the roof on fire, man. Just let it burn. If they're talking about money, homie, I ain't concerned. I'ma tell you what banks for me, cause go ahead, switch the style up. And if they hate, then let them hate, then watch the money pile up. Or we can go upside there with a. Come on, they know where we be. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. Don't try to act like you don't know who we be, neither. We in the club all the time, it's a problem, pop on. Shady Aftermath.
You wanted something to save, you wanted something to tame. You wanted me to come running when you called my name. You wanted something to train, girl, that you could keep on the chain, girl. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl, you tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. It's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in, but that's your fault. Hell, you. Chasing me all night. Hell no, it ain't you, girl. Yeah, I've heard it before, and I know that it hurts.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Arizona Cardinals and the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Tyler Scott now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. And it's not just in quarterbacks, Brock, you got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Out of the gun. Here's Murray. And no place for him to go. The Chiefs take him down. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
First, you try to run it. Second, you try to throw it. And both times, you end up behind your own line of scrimmage. Break out the coffee along the sideline. Get everybody a dose of caffeine because one side came to play, and the other better wake up.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Trying for the deep ball. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive pass incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Cardinals out for the punt. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made a little shy of midfield. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. Great work there to evade the tackle, but the rest of the run, pretty forgettable. No gain there.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
Now nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. He slides down with enough to pick up that first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Jukes away from one. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That's to his back. Here's Rashawn White. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
Kate, did those sidelines get loud or what? It was practically in unison. Everybody's shouting to jump on top of that one. We just needed an official signal if it was 6 points or a touchback. And fortunately for them, well, it was a touchback.
Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. And off to Benson to start the drive. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. Here's Murray, 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Benson now from the gun. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Play action now, Murray. Throws caught. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
They send a receiver in motion right. Throwing on first down. Here's Murray. Sends this to the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Not a bad first look for him in the this contest. And I love them taking a shot, Kate. It's a shame, though, because this defense will tip your cap. They played that ball better than he could.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Slot man in motion right. 2nd and 10 now. Murray to throw. Escapes the pocket. Over the middle and hauled in by McBride. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. That play good for 17 and a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. They'll run it here. It's James Conner. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. On the move, headed right. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And he's brought down at the line.
Making that throw in the double coverage to a running back, I don't want to live off of that, and I certainly am not going to count on it. But give some credit to the effort it took to make that catch, a whole bunch of bodies around him.
Third down, Chiefs going with a dime. Running back sent in motion. Murray on third down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that brings up 4th and long. The kick by Ryland is good. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
Okay, they got the ball off the fumble, and they knew what to do with it when they took over. Just find a way to put points on the board.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. It gives it to Pacheco to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got it over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. We've hit the end of one in this showdown between two of the league's best. It's an early lead for the Cardinals. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They're looking down a 3rd and 3. To to the air, Mahomes. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Matt Milano in to pick it off. And he's going to take this one back, and he's in for the pick six for Arizona. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Cardinals make it a 10-point ball game. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Mahomes trying to get after the pick. He's throwing deep to the left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It will continue to do so.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes. Pulled in by his back, right. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. He finds Worthy, complete. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. He's got it. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. From the gun, a run for White. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Josh Sweat making the stop.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. And this could have been much, much more exciting.
Cardinals going nickel here on 3rd. That one's out and cut on the right side. And that short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line. You feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
A little outside their comfort zone to try a field goal, so instead they're going for this on 4th down. He gets it to Rice. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion. Pacheco gets it from the gun. He doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Here's Mahomes now. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
Mahomes here from the gun on third down. And he's caught. He's got Brown. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's first and goal. From the red zone now. Buying some time right.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Second and goal.
Ball at the 2 here for second and goal. Pacheco, and he's in for the touchdown. The Chiefs start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's a return from the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Rolling left, buying some time. Now here he goes. And on first down, only gets about a yard here. And the defender there to force him out.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
They'll come to the line here, second and 9. Here's Kyler to throw. It's McBride downfield, and he's got it. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Give him 32 on the play. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
It's a gain of 32. And the Cardinals first down.
From the gun, it's Murray. Taking a chance to the end zone. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Chiefs are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
First and 10, it's Mahomes. Lobs this one deep down the left sideline. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece. He was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. The counter give here to Pacheco. And he will get this to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs get some late points and the lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Butker to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. Scott now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. First call here coming from the shotgun. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Putting a receiver in motion. On 2nd and 10, it's Murray. Has him on the quick hitter. He's rocked, that ball's free. And the Chiefs pick it up. Not much added after the recovery, partner, so that is where they'll take possession from the fumble.
This is exactly what you want out of your defense. If they're not going to secure the ball on offense, and they're going to give you a shot at it, go punch that ball loose and get a body on it for the recovery.
On first down, they'll run. The defense wise to that call there. Receiver wrapped up for no gain. 3rd down coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Blitz coming, Mahomes. Forced out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll throw. 3rd and long. Hits his running back. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
So with that play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So So on fourth down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. Butker knocks it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
And with that one, you're going to see some salty, foul moods in that locker room. You hate all turnovers. But that one led to 3 points, and you hate those even more.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he gets him around 6 there. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. Buys time, rolling right. He tucks it and takes off. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Second down run by Pacheco.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Third down, it's Mahomes. He has the first over the middle. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
At the 46-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Bails out of the pocket quick. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Don't you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop, we're playing the same guessing game that defenses are on those kind of plays? Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time the QB did a terrific job of finding that outlet.
Out left, Worthy makes the grab. Down the sideline, past the 25. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs grow the lead coming out of halftime. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
kicker on now to kick this one away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start after 35. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. They'll begin this drive with Benson. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Operated from the gun. Here's Murray. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Now Murray on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Punting unit out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Play action, Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Chased out to his right. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Kansas City sends out its punt team. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. The give now to Benson. He's out of bounds after a gain of about 8, so nice pickup there. 2nd and 2.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Kyler looking to throw. He put everything he had into this one. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Running back, motioning right. 3rd and 2. Murray finds Benson out of the backfield. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down. They are going to go. Here's Murray. It's cut by Harrison. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. How about 19 yards on 4th down, and the call to go for it pays off considerably. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Short pass brought in. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Another throw coming from Murray. Left side into the hands of McBride. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Man in motion, out of the slot. Throwing again, Murray. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And Murray hits the ground safely, picking up the 1st down on that run.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They've got a man in motion. 1st and 10, Murray. To the right side and reeled in by London. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Murray. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that passing, Buck. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
Murray to throw here on 3rd. Pass is cut at the 9. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with the 1st and goal.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Cardinals ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Flush out out to his left. He's running with it. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day. and he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the first down.
Murray, 3rd and goal. On the move, hit it right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals now within 1 score in the 4th. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Ryland able to connect on the point after. And the Cardinals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he gets a few on the punch forward.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the pistol, here comes Pacheco. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. Running in the red zone. And he's going to score! Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14. Butker on now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Forced out to his right. Throws this one deep down the right side. To the outside. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs take possession of the football.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. What a hit, and the ball's loose. And this one's recovered by the Cardinals.
Hey, Kate, these last few minutes make me want to look away. A really rough series of events here for an old retired quarterback to watch.
Wish you could see him up here. All these turnovers not doing it for you, partner?
Well, the interception, I mean, start there. But immediately then fumbling the ball right back over, that's none too good either. And they know they just fumbled away a critical opportunity.
He's going to try another deep one here. And they can't connect on the deep low. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Murray looking to throw. He's loaded another one up. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Murray on 3rd down. He can't connect with him. Incomplete. Just put it a little too close to the boundary there. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 4th and long. You're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Makes the catch. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Murray here on 1st down. And this one is launched downfield. Touchdown, Arizona! The Cardinals now within 1 score in the 4th. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Cardinals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Now a give left side to Pacheco. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for the loss as they keep fighting back here in the 4th. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
He'll throw it. Completes this one to Gray. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. The tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, White. And they will face a third down here, Brock, but not by much. Good effort to challenge for it. He reaches the 43. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. It's Pacheco on third. And he has the Chiefs first down there, Brock. And the celebration can begin as they can run out the clock now on this one.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care. If you're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie, you can't get 1 yard for a first, they're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. The Chiefs in a victory formation here as they take a knee. So scoreless, a win for the Chiefs. Man, they were facing a top-5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you can come in, Kate, with this mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize, you know what? They're mortal just like the rest of us, and they took the fight right to them.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Kansas City.